Knifehead is the first Kaiju toy from the movie Pacific Rim, put out by NECA. This is probably my favorite of the 3 toys released in Series 1, along with Gypsy Danger and Crimson Typhoon. It actually surprised me how much I dug this, but the whole overall experience was soured by some questionable color. Great detail, nice multi-textured surfaces, cool paint, really nicely all around. It's a kaiju that would be proud to be in the Toho Legion. I can say that pretty surely. Check out the kind of cool detail in the face, and the eyes really sharp. Mouth opens and closes, which is kind of cool, right? There is the biggest flaw in this thing. Well, there's 2 flaws. One is articulation. Not great. They basically took a statue. You're not seeing things, it's blurry. They basically took a statue and cut it up into an action figure. And I hate when people do that. They should be designing a toy first. If I wanted a statue, I would buy a statue. If I'm buying an action figure, I want it to do shit, and I want it to be cut, designed as a figure from the start, not as a statue that gets cut up. But that's what you get with NECA. They make a statue, and then they cut the shit up. They've gotten better, but they still fall into their old ways. So a good example of this is this shoulder joint. You can just see how the muscles kind of line up through here, and even this center joint is a little bit wacky, and you move it and it just looks stupid. It's very obvious that that's a cut like that. Same thing with the elbows. Like when it's lined up, looks really great, but then you move it and sort of looks like shit. But it's not too bad. The problem comes in is when you get a joint like this, the opposite side, and something crazy happened with the molding and nothing lines up. And it's even worse in the elbow. See that bullshit right there? That pisses me off. That is just bad QC all around. And for a toy that's got such great paint apps, this kind of shit's unacceptable that happens. Legs have ball joints, but they can't really do anything with them. But that's okay, because you look at, maybe I'll have a different, not ball joints, they're swivels. Maybe I just have a different level of expectations for Kaiju, because I'm used to Bandai vinyl, and those just kind of have swivel, but they look good. These, I could give them knees, but the knees, no ankles, so you can't really do much with that. The tail, they did a cool thing, bendy tail, so it does bend. Once again, can't really do a lot with it, but you can give it some expression. Another big omission, these small T-Rex looking arms, fixed pose. Don't move. Stupid. Why didn't they move? I don't know. So it's basically a glorified statue. If you want to keep it in one pose, it looks good. Just look at it carefully in the package and make sure you don't get a shitty one with the bad joints and stuff. Otherwise, I see potential. If they can kind of nail down the QC a little better, they'll have some great display pieces on their hands, which I think is possibly what they're just going for. I'm hoping someone else does a more articulated version, like a Monster Arts figure, but for now, this is what we got. And as I've said before, I want to support the franchise of Pacific Rim by purchasing these, so in hopes of another company will see that this was a success and they are willing to gamble their money and perhaps their superior engineering and quality control to put out their version of the Pacific Rim toys. This has been Josh from CollectionDX. I hope you've enjoyed the 3-part Pacific Rim toy review. As always, visit us at CollectionDX.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, tell a friend, all of that stuff. It means a lot to us. We'll see you next time. Thanks.